Hey, my name is Liz Becker and I'm a nutrition coach for women 35 and up. And my favorite thing as a coach is to help women find food freedom through creating healthier habits around food and changing their mindset around food and weight loss and their bodies in general. So today I want to talk about the top 10 ways to power through menopause. Menopause may be unavoidable, but it does not have to be awful. Over the next couple minutes, I'm going to explain 10 ways that you can help yourself power through menopause and come out on the other side feeling better than when you entered. Tip number 1 is to do pelvic floor exercises. Your pelvic muscles are some of the first muscles to begin getting weaker as we age, and doing a simple exercise like a pelvic tilt for 10 reps a day can go a long ways in helping strengthen and keep those muscles strong through the aging process. Tip number 2 is to stay active. Whether it's walking or riding your bike, doing a Zumba class, yoga class, any type of joyful movement is going to be super helpful for keeping all of your tissues and your hormones good and going. Tip number 3, relaxation and meditation, which most of us know that we already need to do that, but it's even more important when your body is down-regulating its hormones and things are changing. Meditation can also help you find a sense of gratitude and peace with your new body. Tip number 4 is to eat high-quality, high-nutrient density fats. So olive oil, butter, coconut oil, avocado, coconut milk, nuts, seeds, those types of fats. Tip number 5 is to eat fiber, and one way to know that you're not getting enough fiber is if you're not having regular bowel movements. You want to be pooping at least 1 to 3 times a day, and if you're not, you might want to consider adding in more fruits and veggies, more nuts and seeds, and quality fats and fiber. Tip number 6 is to reduce the amount of processed foods that you're eating. And when I say processed, I am talking about highly processed foods. So restaurant meals, frozen meals, packaged like granola bars, cookies, chips, crackers. Most of our foods are going to be processed to some degree, but you want to be looking for foods that are as close as possible to their natural state. Tip number 7 is proper hydration, and that means making sure that you're drinking enough that your urine is very light yellow. So you don't want it to be completely clear. That can mean that you're overhydrated, but you don't want your pee to be yellow, like a solid yellow. That usually means that you're a little bit dehydrated already. So drink when you're thirsty. A general rule of thumb is half your body weight in ounces of water. Tip number 8 is to eat organic where possible. So it's not feasible for most people to eat everything organic, but if you can get the dirty dozen and fruits and veggies with really thin skin that you're going to be putting in your body directly, like berries and spinach, if you can get those organic, that is fantastic. That just makes the chemical load of your liver and the processing that it has to do a little bit less strenuous. Tip number 9 is to end your last meal at least 2 hours before bed so that your body can repair instead of digest while you're sleeping. Tip number 10 is to keep a owner's manual and keep track of the data that you collect about yourself, what your triggers are for hot flashes, what your triggers are for foods that make you feel less than optimal, just collecting data about yourself and really noticing what's going on in your body and what works best for you, even if it goes against some of these recommendations. Figuring out what works best for you is the final tip and the best advice for anyone out there listening. There you have it. Those are my top 10 tips for powering through menopause. So the very last thing, if you would like a guide that has the 5 biggest and most important tips or the basics of aging, then please type guide in the comments and I will send it right over.